Time for an update from the ENCA Money Desk. Bring in Devin Morgan and Devin. Santam and Hollard announcing they will pay, R1 billion in interim COVID-19 business-related claims?
Yes, indeed. So the insurance giants, both of them, Santam and Hollard, say they will offer interim relief, Tembekile, to thousands of small and medium businesses hit by COVID-19 and the related lockdown. The businesses are chiefly in the tourism and hospitality sectors, which have business interruption insurance policies with infectious diseases cover. Now, let's get a word from South Africa's largest short-term insurer, Santam, Chief Financial Officer Henny Nell, joining me via Zoom. Henny, thanks indeed for talking to us. It's R1 billion that Santam is paying following talks with the Financial Sector Conduct Authority and the Prudential Authority. What informed the final decision to go ahead with that payment?
Evan, thank you. Yes, as you correctly say, R1 billion is for Santam a significant amount of money. And I think the way we look at it is to say that the impact of the ongoing lockdown on specifically small and medium-sized businesses in the hospitality and leisure industries and also the non-essential retail industries has got a devastating impact on the economy and on those businesses. We've got a view that currently our policies would not react to the cover in terms of the lockdown being covered by the policies. However, in the interest of really looking after our policyholders, we've decided to come to the party with this specific relief payment. We believe it would make a big difference to policyholders at this stage, and it will enable us to sort of follow the legal process and get legal certainty. And I think the one important point that we've got also from the conduct authority is the importance of getting legal certainty. But at least in the interim, there will be relief.
Let me ask you this before we get to issues of that certainty. What form will the payout actually take?
Devin, it will be in the form of, we've asked affected policyholders to at least notify or register a claim with us. We would then effectively, once we've got that from them and a confirmation that they've suffered a loss, it's all that we need at this stage. We don't want a whole process and detailed information in order to enable a payment. We would then be able to make payment to them, and the amount that we pay to a policyholder would be for 2 months cover in terms of his policy contract, 70% of that amount. And the reason it's only 70% is because almost all businesses would have a variable cost component that we would have saved during the period of complete lockdown. So we believe it's a very simple way of enabling us to effectively start next week making payments to policyholders.
You mentioned that the industry is hoping to secure legal certainty on the matter. That still hangs in the balance. What happens to this R1 billion should the insurers win the case?
Devin, this is what we, from our perspective, this is the amount that of relief we offer to policyholders. So there won't be any clawback of that money. That would then just be a relief payment for people at this stage. So if we commit the money, it's not coming back to us should we win the case. It's basically a relief payment to policyholders.
Now, at the heart of this dispute, Henny, is whether or not disruptions are COVID-19 related or caused by the government lockdown. Now, a recent Western Cape judgment in a particular case ruled that business losses suffered by the claimant in that case was due to COVID-19 and not the government lockdown. What bearing does that have on your position?
Devin, we've considered that judgment. I think the judge also in that matter also made the point that clearly you would need to consider it on a case-by-case basis. So not to sort of apply that judgment to all the policy, and these different things as well that's in play. So I think from our perspective that hasn't changed our view, that we still believe that in terms of the legal advice we've gotten, and it's not only sometimes that view. I mean, I think what you find is most of our the insurers in South Africa and globally have got this very same view that effectively the lockdown is sort of announced by government, national lockdowns, that is not covered by the insurance contract.
And then just finally, before I let you go, reputational damage that may or may not arise from this dispute. No doubt it's something you're watching.
Absolutely, and I think for Santam specifically, we put ourselves out there that we build our business around insurance good and proper, that we really sort of look for reasons to pay a claim rather than not. And I mean, this has been a very difficult situation. I mean, it's not great when you open the newspaper, you listen to the radio, and there's a lot of negative publicity around the way this has been dealt with. I think what we've done with this relief payment is to really demonstrate to our shareholders, and we could have come with a different amount. I mean, R1 billion for Santam is a very significant amount of money. To demonstrate that for us, this is an important way to really sort of look after policyholders in a time when it's not going well with a lot of people out there.
All right. Henny Nel, Chief Financial Officer of Santam, thanks very much indeed for talking to us.